Okay. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. I think everyone is moving over. Okay, cool. I see we've made it now. Yay, amazing. Unfortunately, we tried to do school, the school live feature that they just introduced. I was looking forward to it, but it was just so laggy. And I couldn't do it. I could not do the laggy weird energy. But okay, I'm so excited to tap in with everybody because we are fully in the fall equinox. We're fully in fall now, and we're coming out of eclipse season. And whew, what an eclipse season it was. Was it not? And one thing about eclipses is that they always reveal, they show shadow, collective shadow, personal shadow. They can really show you your blind spots in a sense. And we need that a lot of times, and why? It's so that we can face them, we can clear them in order to go higher. And a lot of times, I've said this before, eclipses can speed things up, it can dissolve time, but it also can show you some of the icky stuff. It can show you some of the uncomfortable stuff. And so, who in the chat, who here during eclipse season was just feeling funky? Who was like feeling off? Who was maybe just like not even feeling like themselves or feeling a lot of angst? There was just so much that these eclipses, especially the signs that they were happening in, Virgo and Pisces especially, with it being the last sign, is always going to reveal so much. And what I want to say is, if that is you, if you've been feeling that, good, let it come up. Be strong enough to face it. We need to sit with the negative emotions. Why is that? Because they are actually invitations to see where you still have a negative belief that's not serving you. Okay? What is a belief? Let's even talk about like what is an actual belief. So a belief is just a thought that you keep thinking. Okay, I'm going to say that again. A belief is just a thought that you keep thinking. And so when we have those fears come up, when we have these doubts, when we feel tension, when we feel triggers, it's actually just signaling to you, okay, there's still a belief system within me that I've picked up that's not mine, that doesn't serve me. That doesn't serve me. What's always, always, always going to be the key of getting through density, and this is a dense ass dimension, Earth School. What's always going to get us through is never judging it, never judging the experience, never judging where you are, never judging the uncomfortability. And so that's what a master manifester does. And I really want today to kind of be a little bit of a guide to help you guys to understand how to work with those negative feelings, emotions, things that come up, so that you guys know how to do this on your own, how to understand what those triggers and things might be telling you. Okay. So today also, though, we're really going to be like grounding ourselves. And because one thing about fall equinox is that moving into this period of harvest season really requires for us to be still and to be quiet and to feel comfortable in the void of nothingness. I think a lot of times we think we need more information, we need more noise, we need more opinions, but a lot of times you actually just need stillness. You just need to ground. And so I really want today to be an opportunity to do that. We're going to have some times for you guys to really tap into like journal exercises and just sitting in stillness and quiet. And the other reason why I like to do this with you guys is because I want you to reconnect to you. I want you to reconnect to your inner being, to your higher self, and get your downloads and messages. Okay. So today we're going to do that. And I really also want today to be an opportunity to just remember who the fuck we are. Okay. And if you don't know who you are, if your reality has been confusing you and making you forget who you are, let me remind you that you are infinite consciousness. You already are a master manifester. You don't need to become better at manifesting. You're always manifesting all the time. Okay. You are way more than this limited 3D human vessel. And, it's kind of funny. I think a lot of people say, like, oh, people are like spiritual bypassing by stepping into like our unity consciousness and moving into higher vibrations and not owning that we are human. I say most people are bypassing their multidimensionality, which is the true version of you, by thinking that you're just this limited, restricted human being. Okay, but many people really aren't ready to understand that the human experience in its totality is actually illusory. It's all the infinite wheel of samsara, or the infinite suffering, in a sense. And I know I'm getting really out there, but it's all, when I say the infinite wheel of samsara, I'm talking about we are choosing to suffer. And I've talked about this before, in the last few lives, when I've said that we're really entering a period. I hope you guys know we really are entering a period where humanity is deciding to close the door to its suffering. That's where we are going. It is. But timelines are also splitting. So you can choose to still choose the timelines of suffering, and it is a choice. Okay? So today I really want you to remember who the fuck you are. You did not come here to suffer. You also did not come here to play victim or feel like a victim. And I'm also not saying that to like discount any of anyone's reality. That's not what I'm saying. Because if anyone has felt like a victim and powerless in their life, it's definitely me. Like, what I am trying to encourage you to do is to remember how powerful of the alchemist you are, and to remember that nothing outside of you has control over you. So when you feel the darkness, when you feel the shadow, remember that it is there to serve you. Its job is always to thrust you into the light. So it's our jobs then, as master manifestors, as alchemists, as light workers, as spiritual creatives, as people who are ready to step into getting paid to exist, to learn how to work with perceived periods of stagnation or frustration. What is it mirroring to you? How is it actually, where you are, helping you to expand? It's many times contraction before expansion. Many, many times. The problem is that a lot of times we just judge the contraction. Okay. But remember, your higher self designed all of it. Your higher self has designed this entire experience. And this is what it means to know everything is always working out for me. Everything is always serving me. Even the shadow, even the contrast. Your reality is simply a feedback loop. So when you are being shown the tension or the triggers, be strong enough to see what it's reflecting back to you. Okay, so if you're someone, just as an example, and by the way, let me say this too really quick. Everyone today is going to have an opportunity to come up and to ask questions, to get readings about any of the things. So if you guys want to talk about business strategy, if you want to talk social media strategy, more grounded stuff, and you want to come up and ask questions, please do. But also, if you guys do want to talk about some of the energetics, or how you've been feeling, or things you've been working through, and I know that it's been really dense times. I know that it's been really chaotic times. And so my hope is that today you guys just have an opportunity just to talk through some of those things. Okay. And we are going to do some really good energy work at the end. So I would encourage everyone to hang out, or you can watch the recording later. We're going to do some really good energy work at the end of really letting go of our need to suffer, calling in ease, walking that path of least resistance. And a lot of what I've been getting to share with you guys is to also allow yourself to be transformed, allow yourself to be new. So gnarly, usually what we do when it's time to come up and ask questions, we'll share a link where you can come on the back end. Caleb will be able to do that for you guys when it's time for everyone to come up. But yeah, there will be a link for you to come up on the back end, because I know it's on YouTube. For anyone who's just joining, we tried to go on School for a little bit, the School Live, and it was just being really lagged and weird, and it wasn't really working out for us. So we just decided to come back on here. And also, by the way, even though we're on YouTube Live, this is a unlisted private live, so it's still only for Cosmic Baddies. I know it may seem like it's like open to the public because it's on YouTube, but it's not. But yeah, so there will be another link for you guys to come up on the back end and come up and ask questions. Okay, so going back though to looking at the shadow, being strong enough to look at our shadow, being strong enough to not judge it. There's so many different ways that this can show up. Okay, so just as an example, for if you're someone who like doubts yourself, if you're unsure about yourself, or you're unsure about your gifts, what are you going to attract? Usually people in your life that don't believe in you. Okay, if you're someone who doesn't know how to hold boundaries, if you are an innate people pleaser, what is that a magnet to? That is a magnet. That is a vibrational match to people who are going to push your boundaries. Usually narcissists. I've talked about this before. It's a reason why narcissists tend to attract empaths. It's like a parasite host situation. It's a perfect match. So that's why we really want to do this work of going in and finding the block so that we can remove it, because the meditations, the affirmations are great. We use them all the time. They're a huge part of this work, but don't be scared to really look at the other areas that might be magnets to other experiences. Okay, so all this to say, when you're in a period of perceived shadow, perceived darkness, it's usually showing you that you're still buying into a program that doesn't serve you. Okay, so again, it's about letting yourself zoom out and investigate. Oh, how did I buy into this lie? As another example, how did I buy into this lie that other people are gifted and other people are powerful, other people have access to source, or other people have access to community, or other people have access to their gifts, but I don't. Okay, and essentially that's really like jealousy or envy. And so, or playing the comparison game. When you feel those like triggers, when you have that tension, again, investigate it. Oh, okay, I see how this is showing me a belief that's not actually true. I'm buying into a lack belief that other people are able to tap into abundance, but I'm not. I'm buying into a lack belief that other people are able to tap into source consciousness and receive downloads, but I'm not. It's all lack. So essentially what I'm saying is an alchemist uses their triggers to see where they're still plugged into the matrix programs, because your true self is levity. Your true self is lightness. Your true self is ease. So when you feel that heaviness, when you feel that darkness, it's showing you where you're still buying a program that's not actually your true self. And a lot of times too, I've noticed this stuff, there's so many layers to how this can work in terms of how we resist being our true selves, how we resist levity, how we resist lightness, how we resist ease. There's so many other ways this can play out. And it's because a lot of times we want to, or we choose to return to heaviness and darkness and shadow because the lightness is actually uncomfortable. We're not used to things being easy or light or joyful. So we self-sabotage and we subconsciously manifest situations where we need to suffer. We make ourselves available for chaos because that's all our nervous system knows. It's an addiction to chaos. It's an addiction to things needing to be hard. It's an addiction to needing to be on that up and down roller coaster because we're not used to just ease, peace of mind. I think I've talked about this in the Oracle Mastermind, or maybe it was one of these lives. I can't remember. But there's a video of Lotto. I'm sure y'all know Lotto, the rapper. And just connecting this to like financial abundance and how this energy can show up when it comes to manifesting money and resisting abundance or resisting ease. So someone asked Lotto in an interview, how does it feel to be a millionaire? Like, how does it feel to be rich? You know what she said? She said, it's actually really boring. It's really boring. Why is that? Because your nervous system is not, it's not going through this like huge, these massive like chemical reactions of stress and survival. You're just chilling. You're just ease. And I can't tell y'all how long it took me in my business to really, it's this feeling of like, oh, I don't have to look over my shoulder. Oh, I'm actually good. I can let things be chill. I can let things be easy. Another example about this is one that I kind of experienced a bit in my life where I'm like, oh, okay, I understand how energetically and even in a physical body we resist lightness, levity, because it's uncomfortable. Another one is like overeating, actually. So a lot of people will overeat even after doing like energy work or even after starting to tap into timelines of lightness and levity, because they'll want to energetically pile stuff back on. They're not used to it's like space around, or they're not used to the levity. And a lot of times it's like a protection ritual. It's like a heaviness, bringing on heaviness. Does that make sense? So let's even right now, let's even just tap into what does levity and lightness and ease feel like for you? And maybe you guys are like, those of y'all who have been in the Cosmic Body Academy a minute are like, yeah, we're doing this all the time. And it's because it really is a muscle, you guys. It really, really is a muscle that we have to continuously merge with ourselves, return to, remember about ourselves. Why? Because so much in the earth paradigm will program the opposite. So I say this all the time. You have to be vigilant about ease. It's not about it being like a hardship or homework. Don't make it homework. Don't ever make it homework. But it is like spiritual upkeep. So just take a moment where you are and just tune into ease for you right now. Tune into levity for you. What is it like for you right now to just let go of the hardship, to let go of the worry, to let things be easy? How does it feel for you? And there's even actually a mantra that we can use to kind of let go of our need to suffer and let go of our need to chaos. And so if you want, you can say it with me. So I destroy and uncreate blocks in all timelines, seen and unseen, where I keep going back to heaviness or shadow because it's more comfortable and more familiar, instead of allowing in more lightness, ease, and joy. So let's say it again. I destroy and uncreate blocks in all timelines, seen and unseen, where I keep going back to heaviness or shadow because it's more comfortable and familiar, instead of allowing in more lightness, ease, and joy. And because I like to do things in threes, we're going to do it one more time. I destroy and uncreate blocks in all timelines, seen and unseen, where I keep going back to heaviness or shadow because it's more comfortable and familiar, instead of allowing in more lightness, ease, and joy. Woo. Doesn't that feel better already? For me, I can energetically feel how it's like, oh, yes, I've let that go. Now, I want to speak directly to the empaths here, creatives here, new earth entrepreneurs, people who are ready to be paid to exist. Okay, because we need to talk about where we are right now in terms of Earth's ascension. Because as much as like, yes, I want you guys to understand what it means to work with your shadow, to not judge negativity. We also are in a period too where it's good to, or we need to, how do I say this? This is a time in Earth's ascension to not focus too much on the darkness in the collective. Okay. Why? Because you came here to create harmony. You came here to create higher consciousness, love, and connection. Truly, this is why you came to Earth. This is your purpose, truly. And it's one of my favorite quotes. Your spiritual purpose is to be happy. And you'd be surprised how many people resist that. They don't want it to be that. No, I need to suffer because everyone else is suffering. Not really. That's pretending to actually be something you're not. You are ease. You are joy. You are connection and love. That is the essence of you. So we really want to kind of remember, again, allowing yourself to be great will contribute to a greater collective, will contribute to a greater earth. What does it mean to allow yourself to be great? To allow yourself to experience joy, to allow yourself to experience harmony, to understand that you really can have it all. Yes, you really can have it all. Truly. So it's, again, how much though are you going to allow in for you? And this is the thing too. I really want us, we're going to do more on this in the coming weeks. Because we're in Libra season, and Libra season is balance. So this is a really good time to just do a check-in with yourself and be like, okay, where am I overgiving? Where am I overcompensating? Where am I not allowing myself to receive? Someone said, what you're saying is making me think about neural knowledge. People are addicted to struggle. Absolutely. Struggle is an addiction. The ego loves it. The ego loves it. Survival mode is an addiction. So energetically, it's an addiction because it makes the ego feel more empowered, which is like so paradoxical, but it's part of it. It's also biochemical. Joe Dispenza talks a lot about this. So when you, and this is why too, if you grew up in trauma, if you grew up, like I grew up in a neurotic ass household, there was no chill ever. There was no chill. There was always something to worry about, stress about, do. But when you grew up, even having big traumatic experiences, and if we're being really real, not even just this lifetime, we all have lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes of trauma, if we're really being real. And so coming back though to the biochemical part of it, there's a chemical reaction that happens when you have traumatic experiences, and the body will actually seek to repeat it because the body is unconscious. The body will seek to repeat it. And so that's why every live that we jump on, we are always going to reconnect back to ease, because that's the true you. Everything else is distortion. And you have to kind of, it's funny when you get really good at this, when you really start catching the ways that you will subconsciously make yourself suffer or subconsciously create situations that keep you in survival mode. It's really interesting. It's like, whoa, I didn't realize that I created this reality where I thought I needed to do more. Or let me also say this as well to balance things out. What I'm talking about with ease and levity and lightness, it doesn't mean that you just do nothing. So I've talked about this before, where it's like the analogy, of a girl who was like manifesting a New York Times bestseller, but then she never wrote the book. So it doesn't mean you do nothing, because a lot of us right now, this is another thing that we need to talk about as creatives, as new earth entrepreneurs, people stepping into getting paid to exist, which I truly do believe is the paradigm we're stepping into with Age of Aquarius. A lot of people now are too in the feminine and too energetic and just want to meditate and be too many ideas and aren't able to ground the fuck in, lock in. What is the plan? What does consistency feel like? Or people go too into the masculine. We've talked about these things before, where if you're too in the masculine, you're doing, striving, it's almost like a desperation energy of I need to do. So we've got to create that balance within ourselves. I say all the time, how I like to keep myself in check is I'm like, okay, I've posted newsletter, did the thing. And then it's now my job to lean back. What do I mean by lean back? Okay, I've done my part, source. I've shown up. I've done my part. Now it's time to let it happen. Let it materialize. And and stay open to that. It may materialize in a way that I didn't even plan. It may materialize in a way that I didn't even see coming. And this is a big one. This is what it means to be in your flow state, where it's like source is always going to be co-creating with you. If you're doing your job of showing up, if you're doing your job of being consistent, if you're doing your job and having high belief in your work, understanding that what you provide is of high service, high value, worthy of massive compensation, then source is always going to work with you. And so it may not even be the thing you think it needs to be. It may be something else. I've seen this show up so many times with clients where we'll work on, one example I could give is with Cherry. I don't know if Cherry's here, but we're like working on her music strategy and we're doing all the things, but we're also doing energy work around receiving mode and abundance. And then something out of left field came in where it's like she got asked to do a TV show for her cooking because she's also a chef. And so it's like you have to stay open. Just because something looks like it's not happening doesn't mean you're not being delivered the abundance that your soul needs. And that's where people get frustrated and mad and even more desperate, because it can be like, oh, like, why isn't this thing working? Stay open. We don't care how the abundance comes in. Know that you're supported. Know that you're supported. Okay? Going back to the ego's addiction to victimhood and struggle. Many people hold on to these narratives and wounds because honestly, it's like an attachment to playing small. It's resisting. You know how people talk about like a fear of success? It's like it's an attachment to, I'm just going to be small over here. I don't need to be big. It's another sneaky way that we diminish ourselves. And I think especially to people of color, Black women, that's something that we really gotta let go of because we've been taught for so long, be small, be quiet, be unseen. I tell everyone, do it the fuck up. Like, go big. I love when I'm working with someone, I'm like, go big. Do the big thing. Swing big. Almost always, even when you amp up your self-worth, that's still a lot of times baseline of like where your self-worth could be. And not out of ego, but out of sacred visibility. Why? Because your energy is needed in the collective. You have a gift to give someone. So again, going back to the attachment to like playing small and our addictions to ego, one of my favorite quotes is, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. It's that we are powerful beyond measure. People are so scared to let things be easy. People are so scared to let themselves be great. We fight it. We resist abundance. We resist levity. We think, oh, because the world appears to all be suffering, I need to suffer too. We self-sacrifice. Or we're scared to have money because we're scared people may not like us. A lot of these things are deeply subconscious. I can't tell you how many times I've jumped on a call with a client, and when we really start digging into like money wounds, we'll find out it's like a lot of people are subconsciously scared to make money because they're scared people will judge them because they grew up around so much lack. And so they resist it in that way. They have to suffer like everyone else where they came from. Allow yourself to be great. Reflect back to people the truth of who they are. And so again, I really want to say this to the empaths here, to the creatives here, to the Black sheep here. You are not here to take on others' pain. You came here to create new energy. And again, I'm not saying to ignore suffering. I'm not saying that. Always give what you can. Always be in service. But it's there's another quote of like, it should be 51% you, 49% everyone else. Don't let yourself be pulled into the lower energies of others and the collective. Your spiritual job is to prioritize your happiness. Okay. And it truly is a bit of a sacred responsibility because guess what? The whole world, we are all co creating one collective experience together. And so the more you do the work of prioritizing your joy and your passions, your happiness, your inner fire, you are choosing that timeline. And you're also, this is the thing too, people don't know, you're actually making it easier for the world to tap into those energies as well. Okay. So again, it's a sort of sacred responsibility to understand that you are blessed with gifts that are innately linked to abundance. So let's get our journals out first because I want us to really feel this, ground into this. I want you to also sit in your energy as we tap into this together. So grab your journals and we're going to write this down. Okay. You can also say it out loud if you want to as well. For a lot of you, you need to start saying things out loud, actually, is what I'm kind of picking up on. A lot of you need to start saying things out loud because you need to start activating that throat chakra more. So maybe write it down and say it out loud. Okay. So thank you, Source, for showing me, and I will write it in the chat so that you guys can see it too. Thank you, Source, for showing me I have magnetic, powerful gifts because every single one of you do. There are people who are ready to receive my gifts. Let me see if I can. Okay. Thank you, Source, for showing me I have magnetic, powerful gifts. There are people who are ready to receive my gifts. For some of you, because a lot of you are doing this too, I kind of want to add something for some of you who have seen that your gifts are magnetic and powerful, but you're ready to see the next level of it. We can simply add that in. We can simply say, let's see. Show me what the next level of this feels like. Thank you, Source, for bringing me to the next level of this energy. We can simply call it in. Okay. And for some of you, let's actually just, what I think would be good, because again, I really want us to work with just stillness and being in your energy as well. Just sit in the energy of how that feels. For some of you, maybe keep writing for a little bit. Challenge yourselves to just sit in the energy of how that feels for you. Ground into it. Keep writing. Some of you, automatic writing is really helpful and gets you in the energy of it. Let's just take a few moments to do that. Ground into that feeling of knowing your gifts are magnetic and powerful. Sit in the energy of knowing I really am gifted. Give yourself permission to do that. I say all the time, if you have a gift, there's someone ready to receive it. Because I really want you guys to know how gifted you are. The more you own that you're very gifted, the more that your gifts come online. Because your higher self is like, oh, okay, she's owning it a bit more. She's ready. They're ready. He's ready. So we want to practice owning it, honoring it, appreciating it. Don't let this world distract you by comparing yourself to others, by making you think you're missing something. Okay? You are all that is. Don't let the false appearing real make you think you're lacking. This is truly the game of distortion that we're playing when we choose to come here. Don't give in. Okay? So we can't really be in receiving mode if we continue seeing lack within ourselves. And that's why we do these practices. Because whatever you put your attention on is going to continue to grow. And I know 2025 really has been a tumultuous year. I've said this plenty of times. It is a 9 year, but do not be distracted. Because the thing that is about to happen too, by the way, especially as we wrap up this year and then move into 2026, is that new earth is also going to be starting to appear more and more. Higher consciousness can't be stopped, y'all. It really can't. But it's also going to require harmony within, peace of mind within, trusting yourself. Self-trust is magnetic. And many of you have heard me say this a million times. Self-love is a quantum jump. A lot of you guys are too focused on everybody else, what everybody else is doing, what they're not doing. We don't care. Focus on you. Love on you. Again, whatever you focus on grows. So let's deepen into this with our journals, and then we're going to here in a little bit have you guys come up, okay? Because now that we're in Libra season and we want to get in receiving mode, we want to start, let's first just kind of refocus on where you already in your life right now do have harmony, do have ease, do have connection, do have love in your life. Write it down. Write down where in your life right now do you have harmony? Do you have ease? Do you have connection? Because we also, and a lot of you need to just remind your nervous systems that you're already doing great. Even if you feel like you're not. Okay? Always be your biggest cheerleader. So where can you just, again, have some gratitude right now? I know a lot of this stuff, it's like so cheesy or cliche, but it's for a reason. It's because these are like the laws of the universe. Like right now can really be a portal of activation if you really let it. Where do you feel ease in your life? Where do you feel harmony in your life? Focus on that. Focus on that. Where do you feel loved in your life? Maybe it's just right now. Maybe it's just right now I'm at the right place at the right time. Maybe it's just right now I know who the fuck I am. Maybe it's right now I'm reminded that I'm unstoppable. Maybe it's just right now I feel so loved by the universe. I feel so supported. Or maybe you do have some loving connections in your life that it's just a good moment to reflect on, feel gratitude on. Take some time to journal right now where you feel these energies. Because again, this is your greatest power as an alchemist, to keep building up these energies within you. When you're someone who's ready to get paid to exist, this is a daily work. It's spiritual hygiene. It's always recalibrating yourself. Not out of heaviness, not out of, and that's the thing. There's a lot of, I'm not even going to get into that. It's not about it being a burden. It's not about like, oh, I've got to, it's not that. It's about understanding what it means to have a human experience, but to know that you are way beyond that. Okay. The other thing too is why I want to encourage you guys to redirect your attention to where you do have joy and happiness in your life is because remember, money is a byproduct of being aligned within yourself. It is a byproduct. Even if you're someone, say that you're someone that you're like, okay, I've been going for it. I've been doing the things that excite me. I've been in my passion, but I haven't seen it yet. It will come. It has no choice but to come. It has no choice but to come. One of the things I like to say is my relationship with money is increasing. My relationship with money is always getting better. Even if you don't feel it. Saying that when I went through my hardest times, when I was, it was hard. Saying that every single day, I really feel like is what created a lot of energetic momentum for me. Okay. And then again, too, the other reason why I wanted all of us to tap into these energies is, can you imagine like if everyone together, if we all grounded in our power and our connection and our love, what would happen within the world? What would happen for the collective? Truly, this is what it means to call in higher timelines. So every day, if you just sat in the feeling of, damn, I'm doing good, even if it doesn't look like it, even if others can't see it, I'm thriving. My soul is thriving. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. Everything is lining up. The universe is sending more and more love to me. I'm doing better and better at allowing it in. I'm allowing myself to feel loved every day. I'm allowing myself to experience a timeline where people want me to succeed. I'm allowing myself to live in a timeline where I feel like I'm aligned with my highest good. I'm allowing myself to feel loved. So again, just taking some time, some of y'all journaling, to write it down. Reflect on how you have harmony and ease in your life right now. And then I want you to tell Source how you're ready to receive more. A lot of times, guys, we forget that we can simply ask. We can ask the angels. Just ask. So a lot of y'all know this story. For me, I remember a few years ago, I asked for more financial stability. And I kid you not, like I journaled it out like, okay, angels, guide, source, please help me to have more financial stability. I'm ready to have more financial stability. I'm asking for help, pretty much. And I kid y'all not, within a few months, I then got an email from my apartment complex saying my rent got decreased $300. Where does that happen? Like, where does that happen where your rent goes down? You know what I mean? And so there's just infinite ways. There's infinite ways that source can help. Ask, 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 ask. Okay. Now, the last thing we're going to write, and then we're going to have y'all come up to ask questions. Last thing to write, I'm allowing in, or you can say it out loud, I'm allowing in higher vibrational energies. I'm going to put it in the chat because I know it's long. Of harmony, ease, love, and abundance. In the name of all that is, was, and ever shall be. Source, thank you for allowing me to receive more. I'm letting go of my need to suffer. In this moment, I've allowed in more. Now, if we want to take this to the next level, I've been thinking if maybe we should do this in the school community for October. We might do something similar. But to keep up this energetic momentum, for those who are ready, I want you guys to challenge yourself to write in your journal where you're writing for the next 30 days and write down as if it's already happened how you've been able to receive more with more ease. So again, for the next 30 days, write down in your journal like it's already happened how you keep receiving with more ease. Okay? Again, we might make that into like maybe a similar challenge in October. But yeah. Okay. Now I want to give everybody an opportunity to come up, to chat, to ask questions. And so the way that we do this is let's see. Caleb may have already posted it for you guys, but it's going to be a link for you guys to come on the back end. Let me see. Caleb, can you let us know in the chat or not? I think he may have already did it. Where they can find the link. To join us on StreamYard. Okay, let's see. Might be able to find it to put in the chat as well. So give us a second while we do that. Let's see. Oh, what? Oh, Caleb said he's posted the link. Caleb, could you please write it in the YouTube chat too? But he says he's posted it in school. Oh, he said it is in the YouTube chat. Do you mind posting it again, Caleb? Because I'm not seeing it. Maybe everyone else sees it. But maybe post it in the oh, there it is. And then Caleb, to help us out, can you also post it in the school as well? And so the way that this works is that you'll use that link to meet me where on the back end in StreamYard. Okay. And I'll see you when you come up. I see Sophia. Shar says, I think my chat is broken. Why is that, Shar? If you're not seeing the link, go to the school. Okay, go to the school. And I believe Caleb's posting it there for everyone. Okay. So I see Sophia. I'm going to bring her up so that we can chat a little bit. All right. Hello.
Hello.
How are you
How are
doing?
you? Doing really well. Lots of things have shifted since we last chatted.
Good. Tell
Um,
me what's going on.
yeah, I feel like so summertime was very much a difficult season for me. It was just like a lot of things coming up for me financially, and things were very, very heavy. And I
Mm-hmm.
just felt like I was really stuck in that like lack.
Mm,
And then one day I finally, like, I actually had a dream and it was like, just let go and stop focusing so much on what you don't have
mm,
because you're just attracting more of that into your life. And I had this like big epiphany that I was just focusing so much on like the victim and what I didn't have. And oh my gosh, poor me. And I finally just like shifted my entire mindset around that. And I was like,
mm,
okay, I can acknowledge the debt and I can acknowledge where I am, but I'm not going to feed into this anymore. Like I'm just going to focus on the blessings and the miracles that are already in my life. And so since then, like a lot of things have shifted just energetically mostly. I signed on a one-to-one client, which was amazing.
great.
And I just launched my retreats that I'm going to start hosting. And
Amazing. You should definitely, I remember your chart. You should definitely be doing that. So good.
yes, like it feels so freaking aligned and it's called Uncaged. And it's just like, I literally can't stop creating because I'm so lit up about it. So I finally know I'm in alignment.
Yeah.
And the only thing now that I'm like trying to really kind of untangle is this. I have like two pieces of my soul. Like the one piece of me really wants to like root and have a community somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other part of my soul wants to like be this free spirit and travel and see the world.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but now that I'm actually traveling, I'm in Guatemala right now. It's
Okay.
amazing. But there's like a piece of me that's like, I really miss my people and I miss
Mm,
having like that stability and that root.
mm-hmm.
But then when I go to root and I go to like stay within a couple of months, I'm like, I want to go travel. So I'm like,
Mm,
I just am a little bit lost in terms of like, I know that there's different seasons of life. And I also know that I can have both, right? Like I could spend 3 months a year in Santa Barbara and then go travel and then come back. But I also kind of feel like there's a little bit of a self sabotage going on because ever since childhood, I've always moved all the time. I always
mm,
traveled all the time. And maybe
mm-hmm.
for me, like, I never quite felt safe.
Mm,
And so I'm now wondering if I'm replaying these patterns out
mm.
and if there's a way that I can like really build this community and like stability and then still, travel when I feel like I really want to travel, but not making it this whole like uprooting and moving and uprooting and moving because like that right now doesn't feel also supportive. I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like you kind of just answered your own question. So maybe let's just even tap into the energy because I feel like just speaking with you, and I know your chart too. You're a Sag stellium. Anyone who has Sagittarius placements, I'm a Sag. We are, oh my God, I've lived in 50 million places. And sometimes one of our kind of shadow energies is like rooting and grounding in. And there, not to say there's like not beautiful things from, yeah, moving from place to place and seeing the world and expanding that way. I will say from my experience, it has been really expansive to just like set roots and ground, and then also know that I still have a life of freedom where I can go do the things. Honestly, when I kind of speak with you, tapping into your energy, and I know your chart, I kind of see you someone grounded somewhere, but maybe it's like doing retreats everywhere, and that's where you get like your travel and fun and things like that. Tell me more though about the community aspect that's come up where you're like, I feel called to do community. Like what are some of the things there that you're like contemplating about or thinking about?
Well, in Guatemala, I haven't quite tapped into the community yet because I literally just got here a week ago. So I can't really
Mm-hmm,
say like if I found like a place I want to root.
mm-hmm,
Um, but I just miss like Santa Barbara, I was doing events and I was seeing my friends that I've known forever. But there was still this part of me because my friends in Santa Barbara, like they're amazing, but we're on very different timelines and
mm-hmm,
trajectories. Like they're getting married and having kids and they're not really into like the things that I'm into. And so it kind of just felt a little bit like I was kind of putting myself in this box. But it was really nice to have like my, you know, my rituals. And I still do all of that when I travel, but it just feels different, right? Like I'm so consistent when I'm somewhere and I'm rooting. And so I'm in Guatemala now and it's amazing. It's rainy season and I'm kind of up in the mountains alone, which has been great creatively. Like I'm so inspired and I'm
That
so
sounds
tapped in.
amazing.
It's been amazing. But I do like I felt a little bit lonely the last like week and a half. I'm like, fuck, like I miss my people and I miss like being able to just like go and see them. And so it's like, I don't know. I'm just kind of, and I'm here in Guatemala till the end of October. And then I head to Costa Rica. And then after that, it's kind of like a blank slate. Like my lease will be up in Miami. I have a subletter there. And the reason I'm staying in Central America is so that I can get back easily and kind of close off that chapter of my life in Miami. And then from there, it's kind of like, okay, where do I go from there? And obviously, like, I'm not making any decisions right now because, like, anything can change. And I'm kind of in this of, like, really allowing myself to flow with life and not be so, like, rigid of, like, how things have to look. But I also am just, like, trying to really uncover these, like, childhood patterns that I've always kind of gotten myself into, right? Like, I get somewhere and I stay for a couple months and then, like, all like things when Santa Barbara were really good, right? Like I was hosting events and things felt like they were growing, and then it was like, time to go. And I just don't know if it's the free spirit or if I'm like subconsciously like sabotaging when things get like.
One of the things I was thinking as you were talking is I think what's going to help you right now is just like really staying present. And I kind of want to tell you, like, our job is to like watch the movie unravel. Don't try to figure out like the ending. And I get it, it's a balance because we also need to figure out, well, okay, what am I doing and what is gonna happen next. But I kind of want to actually tell you to just trust how it's all unfolding, trust your decisions, trust your intuition, stay present, stay in the infinite now moment. That's where the abundance always is. And that's how the next steps will always be given to you. Okay. There was something else coming up that I want to talk about, but I'm going to pull you cards. Let me see if I can remember. What I wanted to say too is, okay, so you're in Guatemala right now, right? And so when we're moving or like traveling, I should say, I'm trying to gather my words because there's just kind of a lot coming in I want to say about this. How do I best say this? In every single moment, we have the opportunity to create the timeline where we have everything. What do I mean by that? So even in Guatemala, if you are starting to feel like, oh, I kind of miss this or I kind of miss that. Okay, but can you create a timeline in Guatemala where you have soul aligned connections, where opportunities pop up for you there? Again, it's about staying present is really what I'm trying to say. There's like a million things I want to say, but I feel like it's all about stay present right now. Don't try to, I kind of want to tell you where you are right now. Don't try to figure it all out in terms of like, okay, am I supposed to live here and ground there or do this, do that? Stay present. I'm going to pull cards though to see what else comes up. I will say, just by knowing your chart, I do feel like possibly in the future I could see you grounded somewhere and then like doing retreats everywhere. But is this making sense? Because I feel like I'm bouncing around the place, but it's kind of just this message of like, okay, but what if you're exactly where you're supposed to be? What if right now in Guatemala you have everything you need and basking in that is enough, and that will lead to the next steps and everything will unravel on its own in perfect divine timing? Does that make sense what I'm saying? Let's pull
100%.
Okay. I know I bounced around getting there.
No, it feels so good because I actually like right now, my first retreat I'm going to host is going to be in Guatemala. So I know that there's a reason I'm here. Like I'm actually seeing the space and I'm in the energy and I'm getting like all the social media content. Like I'm meant to be here right now. And I know that wholeheartedly. But there is a piece of me now, like I just turned 32 and I just know deep down that like community is where I'm going to thrive and meet my soul aligned connections. And so this whole idea of like going somewhere new every couple of months, like it just doesn't serve me in the way that it did in my 20s. And I know that now like very deeply. And I don't know if that place is Santa Barbara or Spain or Portugal or somewhere else, right? Like who knows? But I think you're right, like just really being so present here, because you never know like what little breadcrumbs can show up in life,
Yeah.
or like opportunities.
Yeah. And the thing is too, it's kind of like this balance of like, okay, I'm gonna stay present. Source has me here for a reason, which it sounds like you have really great awareness around. So stay present, stay in the juiciness of where you are right now. Stay in the juiciness of like, oh, it feels so good. I know you probably have been feeling those things, but if the mind starts to wander, remember our job is to be the observer, because your higher self has it designed for you and what you're gonna do. Okay.
Yeah.
So what helps it unravel with more ease is coming back to the infinite now. So there's that. And then we can also kind of do the work too of like calling in where is that place that I'm going to ground and root and create from. So we can call that in by saying like, okay, source, thank you for showing me in perfect divine timing where I am supposed to kind of build my empire, where I am supposed to create community. Because I remember your chart very clearly. And you are someone, you have a Sag stellium in the 10th house. You are someone who is supposed to be a teacher of the esoterics, of the higher knowledge. I mean, honestly, your name is Sophia. I get from you, you're also someone who's going to be maybe even teaching about like Christ consciousness things. Okay. And so yeah, I almost feel like I'm not supposed to overcomplicate it, because when I go to talk about it, it's like I lose my words. I want to keep it simple for you and say stay present, but let's just pull cards and see if there's anything else that comes up. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and source, for giving Sophia messages for her highest truth and clarity. Thank you for giving her messages for her highest good. Well, it's funny because it's like there is this message of like trust where you're being called to go, but I feel like it's I'm going to pull a little bit more on this. So it's kind of repeating a lot of what I said, where it's like trust where you're being called to go, in terms of, okay, now I've been called to be in Guatemala. Let me stay present right now and milk the juiciness of right now. Let me be in my flow state, watch my life unravel, watch the movie of me happen, and know that the next place I'm supposed to go, whether it's being rooted there, whether it's being grounded, or whether it's temporary, source will tell me when that's divine timing. And that's what it means to really also like have such a strong connection with source, where you don't need to know what's next necessarily. Okay. I want to pull more. I'm trying to see. Hold on a second. I'm trying to find. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on, y'all. Oh, it's literally in front of my face. Okay. Because I want to just pull a little bit of tarot on this other stuff coming up. There's this other side message though for you of like, you have a lot of ancestors working with you right now. And so if you do have periods of being alone, like while you're traveling, you're really not. Like you're really not alone at all. And so that can be something you work with. It's actually like an opportunity, I feel like, for you to even connect more to like your spirit team and to your ancestors right now. If you have those feelings of like, oh, I miss connection, I feel so aligned community, you're really not alone. Like you have a lot of support helping you. And this is just a period you're in right now of like laying a lot of foundations for yourself. So even like you talking about how you being in Guatemala, you know that this is something leading up to like in the future you doing retreats there. That's why I want you to be present and just like, okay, this is a period of me laying the foundations for things to come. I just want to see what this other energy is though popping in for you, because there is some kind of energy around releasing soul patterns. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, it's literally about needing to know the unseen, straight up. So it's like, okay, can you just let yourself, again, I'm going to sound repetitive because it's kind of the same thing, but it's actually a pattern of like, let me love where I am right now. Let me be fully in the moment right now. And it's like, it's a tantric work actually of like being present and in the now and not needing to know what's next. And that's actually kind of a bit of a pattern that you need to let go of. That's the pattern that's showing up. Okay. I hope that helps.
It helps a lot. And it's like, it's the truth. It's like, why am I always searching for That's been a pattern my whole life, is searching for the next thing. It was like when I was in Santa Barbara, I'm thinking about Guatemala. Now I'm here and I'm thinking about, and it's like, just fucking be.
Yeah, just be. And that's like what we're looking for. We're looking for like, oh, I did it. I made it. I love it. I'm here. Like that's actually the feeling we're always looking for, you know?
Yeah.
And so give yourself the opportunity, but the next steps will come when you're ready. The next steps will come. And I say all the time too, it's a practice of being present while also being excited for what's going to come. But the way the cards kind of showed up for me, it's almost like they're not telling me. Like I pulled the moon, and the moon is like unseen things. And so yeah, we'll leave it there. Be present. I'm so proud of you for being out there, and keep us updated. Okay.
Yes, I will. I'm so happy to be back here. Thank you.
Yay. Thank you, Sophia. Okay, awesome. So I'm just gonna go in the order that people showed up, I believe. So I think Gnarly's next. Okay, I'm gonna pull her up.
Hi.
Hi, Gnarly. How are you?
I'm good. Hello from Bali. Sorry.
Yes, I was just about to say another Sag placement overseas because you're a Sag moon, right?
No, I'm an Aquarius moon, but I have Sag North Node.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay, I was like, I know you had a Sag placement in there somewhere. What's going on?
Yeah, so I really resonate with Sophia a lot in trusting the unseen. I'm kind of in this surrender and trusting phase. I'm in another launch in my business, and this one is just different. Everything is moving slow, and I'm like, am I creating that or projecting that? And it's triggering a lot of scarcity and self-doubt and like fear. And I'm sorry, okay. I'm a powerful manifestor. I know how to manifest. I'm pretty like confident in my abilities, but when things don't go my way, I just get so like thrown off. And I'm like, is it the energy? Is it me? Is it my mindset? And I'm just in this weird like soup of, I feel like I'm like going through initiation and I can't quite see the forest for the trees. And like, you know, I really believe in following your highest excitement, selling things that you can fully be behind. But I don't know, it's just like such a different experience lately, and I'm just wondering what's going on.
Does it tell me a little bit more about how it feels in terms of like you launching and doing the thing? So does it feel like at the beginning you energetically felt at the same place and started doing the same things but aren't seeing the same results?
Yes, and it feels like which the trigger is, I feel like I have this golden ticket and I want to just give people, you know, the codes and the wisdom to like change their life, and I've been doing it for so long, but then the resistance is feeling like no one like sees me as that person, or they're not like, they're just kind of like, oh, I feel overlooked right now. That's the energy that I'm like, I know that but like, why is it not reflecting? That sounds so egotistical.
No,
but like,
that's very valid.
I'm just like, what's going on here? And it's like, okay, wrong audience. I don't want to go into those narratives, and I want to own that like my energy is also a part of it, but I'm also like, it just feels so different this time.
Yeah. I think a lot of us have, those of us who do like huge big launches or know what it's like to like create something, and when we've done things before that like take off super fast and we're like, we really see our manifestation power, if we do something again and it doesn't happen, I think it's totally valid to feel like frustrated or overlooked or whatever. What I like to do, what I like to tell myself is, okay, let me stay open and flexible. So it doesn't need to necessarily look the exact same way as last time. Like, am I open for things to unravel differently and still believe? Am I open to things not having to be just like last time and still have a high belief that there are still people that want to buy from me, that there are still people who are excited for this? When it comes to the feeling overlooked thing, a lot of times what helps me is pulling my power back and like almost even going on a little bit. I know you have to show up online for launches. I know you have to show up, and we all do, marketing and all the things. But I wonder if you can kind of get in an energy of like, go in, do your work, and then like come back out. I don't know if that's like something you have now, a relationship with social media, but that will just help quiet any of the like, what am I doing wrong? What is everyone else doing right? Or it'll just help silence that. And then the other thing I like to do too is remind yourself all the reasons why last time people loved it. And that could even be some of your marketing too. I don't know if that's something you're doing right now, but
I'm doing all the things. Like,
you're doing all the things.
Like,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah. So what if you're doing all the things and everything is working and now we just have to let go of any of our desperation and we have to be open to things unfolding differently. And I'll tell you, I mean, I could tell you a million times where I go to do things the same and I'm like, but it works every time. And I kid you not, Source will either bring in something else or like, I don't want to say redirection because I want to tap in and see what it is for you, but we're being asked to be malleable for a reason. So I wonder if you can stay flexible, stay open to things working out differently and let go of like it happened last time this way. So of course it's going to happen this time, all the
Mhm.
silly ways that like humans function and want to
Yeah.
reflect back on how it was last time. But what you offer is great. What you offer changes lives. And so continue every day. What I like to do too during a launch is like, every day I'm writing down all the reasons why this is the best thing. I'm reminding myself all the reasons why this did change. And I know you know that. And you're like, I know this is this beautiful thing to give. So then another thing you can do too is I like to even like journal it out or say out loud and write, thank you, Source, for bringing this to the exact person that needs it. Like call in that exact person. I don't know if that is something too you've been maybe playing with, but I
Yeah.
can pull a little bit more and see what else. But I kind of want to say when it comes to the overlooked, pull your energy back from, because that's the first thing that tends to happen when things start to look like it's not going to happen. Our logical mind wants to figure out what we're doing wrong, and then it can sometimes want to go into comparison or feeding into all the noise and stuff. So I kind of want to say like pull your power back by like go in, post, do your thing, and then get out of there almost.
Yeah.
And then
Totally.
stay open and flexible to other things maybe happening. But why don't
I decided
we
to give myself an extra week to just like because I just got back to Bali, so just like my energy is also like stabilizing. So I just said I'll just
Yeah.
give myself like some spaciousness.
Yeah.
But yeah, the ego is definitely doing its thing, and
Yeah.
just trying to.
And when it looks like it's not going to happen, and I know you know all these things, and this is
Reminder
opportunities.
to
This is
like,
opportunity. We all go through it. It's opportunities for mastery. It's opportunities to be like, okay, but when it looks like it's not going to happen, am I still going to believe it will? It can literally be the very last day, and $50,000 can come in. Like it really can. And sometimes it does happen that way. Sometimes it does, and so it's a daily work. And I know you're doing all the things and feeling the things, but just as a reminder, am I open to believing that it'll still happen, even if it looks different, even if it feels different? Am I open to still believing that there are people who are looking for exactly what I need, even if the false appearing real is really loud right now and telling me it's not, even if it's showing up right now as I don't have the thing, even if it's looking like it's not going to happen? Am I still going to believe and believe lightly? Right. So this is the thing too, is like, it's such a balance. And I know, because you are such a great manifester, but we manifest, we believe, and then be light about it. So remember too, the things that come in always will come in when we're light. It'll always come in when we're not desperate, and it'll always come in when we don't need it to come in.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do hopping around that because I do feel this like just strong desire to just help more people, but it might be turning into a desperation because I know what's possible once they get into the container. So it's like trying to just be detached, but also like you need this work.
It is a balance, and so is there anything else I want to say about that before we pull? I actually feel like I want to pull you a Kuan Yin card.
Okay.
The deck's kind of staring me down, so let's see. Because the thing is, if we're doing all the things strategically, that's always my sign of, okay, I've done my part. Now it's time for me to lean back. Now it's time for me to relax a little bit more into it, So let's just, I want to pull from this deck though. So thanks, Spirit Guides, Angels, and Source for giving gnarly messages for her highest truth and clarity. Thank you for giving her messages for her highest good. What does she need to hear? Oh, I feel like there's a lot that wants to come out. Compassion is coming out. So Good time to have compassion for yourself. But the first one, let's see what it has to say. And this is one of those decks that let's see. This is one of those decks that the passages are just always so powerful and helpful that I just read from it. Okay. So this first one is card 41, To the Celestial Mountain. Let me see if I can show you. It's really pretty. So it says, there are times when divine energy is needed to help us achieve our spiritual goals. When you do not feel completely in control of your destiny, the divine is usually gifting you with an opportunity to reach for assistance and to invoke divine power, to call to the celestial mountain so that you might be gifted with a far superior outcome. Your permission to beings that love you unconditionally to offer you help is an expression of spiritual empowerment. You empower those forces to come to your aid and help you manifest your life purpose and destiny. And it says you are being asked to empower the divine to help you, to call to the celestial mountain within your own heart, to reach out and allow the divine to assist your current life unfoldment. We live in a free will universe, and no matter how much you are loved, in fact, because you are so loved and respected, no being will intervene for you without your permission. Do not believe that asking for help means that you will grow weak or dependent and not grow spiritually. You are doing this to grow in your own mastery at a soul level, not to hand over your life and not to take personal and spiritual responsibility for it anymore. Asking for spiritual assistance helps you grow in trust, wisdom, and understanding of the nature of the universe and how it operates. So it goes on to talking about asking for divine assistance. But you know what could be interesting too is what I like to do when it looks like it's not going to happen. Again, simply ask. So, universe, what would it take for this situation to work out better than I could imagine? Universe, thank you for showing me that this is going to play out better than I imagined. And it's really a practice right now, how it was talking about mastery. And a lot of us who come back around and around to these things, a lot of times it can be opportunities to really tap in, like, do I still really trust that source has my back? Do I really trust that I'm not actually doing anything wrong and that it is still going to work out for my highest good? Do I really believe that? Can I really get behind that? And then, like you said, I know you said you just got back to Bali. So when it feels like you're efforting and striving, again, that's usually our signal to lean back and ask the divine to work it out for your highest good and stay open to it being different. Because as someone like you, spiritual entrepreneur, launches things in that, I cannot tell you how many times where it's like, I'm doing all the things, Spirit, like, what the fuck? Like, hello, like, I'm doing the thing. What is happening? It's an opportunity to stay open to it working out better. That's outside of your imagination. That's different than what our lower egoic selves have planned. And so ask source to show you that way. But there's a little bit more here. So let's just see. What else coming through for you? Okay. The compassion aspect here. Okay. So, radiant moon of compassion. This is kind of interesting. So, it says, let me see if I can show it for you. So Kuan Yin sits upon a radiant moon of compassion, pouring forth the spiritual strength needed for you to liberate yourself from lower vibrational energies of fear and judgment into the vibration of freedom, love, and peace where you naturally belong. You are being urged to use this power now to grow spiritually and free yourself from a situation that may be trying to draw you down. It says, beloved, you are currently challenged by lower vibrational energies. This is not bad. In fact, you have called this situation to you so that you may grow spiritually. The divine is with you to ensure that you are victorious. The energies of challenge may appear to be external in the form of a person, place, thing, or situation, or current or past relationship. They may appear to be internal in the form of a habit of self-doubt, self-judgment, or the judgment or criticism of others. You can either choose to allow these energies to pull you down into fear and judgment, or you can choose to grow spiritually through the practice of compassion and liberate yourself into greater peace, love, and freedom. The divine shines through her radiant moon of compassion, reaching to you to allow her to nourish and lift you, to help you as you choose to rise above, growing spiritually as a result. Compassion does not mean being a doormat or indulging into emotional sufferings or even the manipulations or games that another may seek to play. It does not mean and does not mean collapsing into sympathy and seeking to rescue another from their own life choices. Compassion is a recognition of the power of all souls to co create their life experience. Compassion is also the recognition of the struggle that humankind can
Oh, you're muted, Lo. You're muted somehow.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Just muted you for the last like 5 seconds.
No, but it's just a reminder. Remember the human experience, even as manifestors, we always want the big slam dunk and the big high. But part of this work is like when things look like they're not working out, how much compassion can you have for yourself? How much can you try not to judge yourself for the way things are unraveling for you? Okay. I think there's a lot of interesting stuff there too about like lower energies, just kind of, I don't really like getting too much into that stuff where it's like lower energies trying to fuck with you or this and that. But yeah, it's just an opportunity of like, okay, I'm not gonna judge where I'm at. I'm gonna have compassion for myself. I'm still gonna again embody a belief system that says I still get to have the slam dunk launch, or I still get to have the money coming in whichever way it wants to come in. I still get to have that. And I'm going to have compassion for this period right now where I feel a little bit disempowered. And I'm just going to decide not to judge it. But I feel like to the first card's point, it's going to work out better than you think. And it always does. I can't tell you how many times in my life it's looked like something's not going to happen. And I'm trying to do things the same way. And it's because source usually has another plan. So it's an opportunity to still be in the 10 toes down belief, not out of heaviness, but out of course, source has my back. I know I've been doing work that changes people's lives. I know that I get to have this life of financial abundance. It's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. And so I hope that helps. I wonder if that helps, but
No,
let me know.
perfect. Yeah.
Keep me updated. It'll work out. Okay.
Thank
All right,
you.
darling. You're so welcome.
Cheers. I just exit, right? I just exit.
Oh, I think I got you. Okay. So good. So good. It's a really good opportunity for those of us who have had big launches and big things. When it looks like it's not going to happen, how do we respond to the false appearing real? How do we respond? Okay, you guys, I believe Jolabi is next. Someone says, Diamond says it's skipping. Am I skipping now? Let me know. Let me know. Jalabi, are you ready?
Yes.
Hello.
Oh, I'm coming on camera. Hi.
Hi.
And of course, thank you to everyone who went before me because I'm feeling similar to them.
What's been going on?
So I feel like it's I'm starting to like understand that like when things don't work out the way on my timing, like to just have faith, that doesn't mean that it's not possible. So I'm trying to lean more into that. But I feel like with like the needs that I have to, it's kind of hard to
Okay.
like the bills or like my dad's sick, so things like that. It feels like, am I supposed to do it now sometimes, or am I supposed to wait? Because it feels like it happens a lot when I'm going for the thing, and
What
when I'm
happens a
finally
lot?
like there's something that I didn't plan for,
Okay.
like some sort of challenge or obstacle, and maybe it's a test or whatever the case might be, but sometimes I wonder if it's like, is there more that I should be doing? Like um part of my struggle sometimes is that I have the spiritual side of thing and then I have my music. And so I know in some ways the music part, there's things that I need to get like release, like fears that I need to release on that side. And I've like been super consistent on the spiritual business side of things. And sometimes I wonder if me leaving the music behind is the block or yeah. So
in what way? Explain that a little bit more to me.
So, like I have plans on and videos that I should be posting, or like
Mm-hmm.
I've recorded things and I'm like, all I need to do is like share it at this point,
Mm-hmm.
and I've held back on that side. But
Mm-hmm.
on the wellness side, like we've worked together and I've
Mm-hmm.
been going for it and I've been creating new things. So sometimes I don't know if it's like me subconsciously kind of guilting myself for it, where I'm like, oh, I
Yeah.
didn't do this. So is this the block
Yeah.
versus it actually being a block? So yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of
What
it.
I like to do when I have lots of different like projects and ideas going. So again, it's the practice of like, this is what feels really exciting for me right now. Okay. My job is to pour everything into it. And then the next steps will continue to be given, and not to feel shameful or
Hmm.
in my guilt around like this thing. But at the same time, too, it's kind of like, how do I explain this? It's hard for me to put into words sometimes these energies, because it's this feeling of like, if I go towards my passions, if I feel like I'm in my flow state and I put everything into that and I trust into that, in perfect divine timing, I'll know when it's also time for me to work on this thing. So is it like a guilt feeling, or is it just a nudge telling you like, hey, maybe it's time to work on this? Do you know what I mean? So if it's
Hmm.
a nudge telling you to work on this, then okay, listen to that nudge, but don't feel, there's no guilt about any of it. There's no shame. Everything's getting done exactly the way it's supposed to, in perfect divine timing all the time, you know? So I wonder if you can listen to your intuition saying, hey, it's time for us to now focus on this, without feeling like bad around it, you know? But
Hmm.
let's go back to what you're saying about, because I want to make sure I'm understanding and helping fully, when you were talking about things like helping your dad and things always seem to pop up when what? Explain that to me. Things always seem to pop up when what happens?
So I feel like sometimes when I'm consistent, I struggle with like being consistent and actually like seeing things through. Like I'll start a
Mm,
lot of things and I don't always see it through. And I
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
know with my human design that's a thing.
Yeah, having a lot of
um
things going at once.
exactly. So
Mm-hmm,
I've been trying to like be more consistent, and I think I am for the most part. Um
mm-hmm,
But I do know that when I'm in it, it's always something. Or like even when I'm consistent on the music side, like when I was consistently posting there, it was like I was so afraid to do it that at
mm.
one point I got sick when
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
singing. And so I was like, I don't know if it's like it was like a fear thing that
Mm,
would be that, or it's like it's just part of the process, and it's like, okay, this is gonna happen. Are you gonna continue to do this anyway?
mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like this feels like a lot of like self trust, and then also like a sneaky way lack is kind of coming in too. So lack
Mm-hmm.
is like, okay, but you're doing this, but you're not doing that. Or like, okay, if I'm working on music, then am I missing out on something over here? So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, this is a really good time to practice. Like, again, I trust myself to work on this thing, to know that this is the thing for me. I trust myself that everything that I've poured into it is everything I need to pour into it. And so the next steps will follow. Does that make sense? Essentially, I wonder if you can let go of any judgment, any shame, any guilt that, okay, I'm working on this, but I should be working on that. And then let things unfold. Like, essentially what I'm saying is, because you've been doing so good with posting on TikTok and following your highest passion there, if you are feeling nudged to work on music, then okay, let me work on the music and then pour everything into that. And then also maybe challenge yourself too, to still be consistent with TikTok. Like, maybe it's okay, I'm going to challenge myself to do one reading a week on TikTok. I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
challenge myself to also like make my music, put out my music videos, and trust myself that what I'm creating is enough. Trust myself that what I'm pouring into this is enough, because that is a lot of times why people will start something and not finish, is because they don't actually trust that what they're bringing to the table is good enough. They don't actually trust that what they're creating is good enough. So again, I'm kind of bouncing around, but it's a lot of amping up your self-trust, and that okay, I can do the thing. It's a lot of trusting yourself that okay, while I work on this thing, I trust myself that I'm supposed to work on this thing. And when I'm being guided to then work on the music, then I'll be guided to work on the music. And then I trust myself to do that thing. And I trust that what I'm bringing to the table with music is powerful. And I will say, I mean, anyone working on music right now, music is going to be what is the form of healing when we get to New Earth. So if you are feeling the nudge, like, okay, it's time for me to lock the fuck in on music. Okay, what does it feel like to trust what you are channeling through in your music? What does it feel like to trust yourself being consistent with your music? What does it feel like to also not feel bad or shameful if we're not now going super, super hard every single fucking day on TikTok doing readings? Does that make sense? Essentially, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm going to be devoted. I'm going to let myself channel whatever comes through for me. I'm going to be consistent, and I'm not going to also feel bad if over here, now that I'm working on this, TikTok's not, I'm not doing TikTok readings every single day. It's just a practice of like in every moment, no matter what I'm devoting myself to, I'm trusting that this is exactly where I'm supposed to be, and I'm going to feel really whole in what I'm bringing through. Yeah. Because sometimes we need to work on different things at different points in our lives. So I don't want you to feel bad about or be like, oh, am I just not being consistent here? And maybe I have this bad inconsistency. I'm not really getting that for you. Like, I'm kind of getting for you, like, you were meant to do the TikTok and you were meant to do the readings to learn a lot about yourself. Maybe now the nudge is telling you like, hey, let's focus, redirect ourselves to the music, but it's not anything you need to feel bad about. It's just kind of trusting your nudges. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like I bounced around a few places, but I want you to trust yourself that when you feel guided to do that thing, that is the thing you are supposed to focus on. Because yes, like there is a lot of talk in human design that like, oh, manifesting generators, one of the things is not focusing on one area or like completing something. And that's true. But I also do think that, okay, when you are guided to work on that one thing, and I've seen you pour everything into that one thing, that's perfect. And that's good. And that's okay. And we don't need to feel bad if something else isn't the main attention right now. But do a check-in with yourself and say, oh, I am feeling called to do music, but okay, now that I'm coming back to music, how am I not going to feel bad about not everything being done? Let me explain. Someone like me who has a million different pots on the burners, not everything is going to be a 10 out of 10, 100% all the time. This is what I'm trying to say. Not everything is going to be like, maybe it's like the Oracle and the cosmic baddies will have all my energy and attention. And maybe it's some of like the brand partnerships and things maybe feel like it's falling to the wayside, but that's okay. I trust where I'm at. I trust all my attention being in this thing. I'm also setting the intention as I'm doing that. Thank you, Source, for having everything elevate with me. Thank you for letting me know when in perfect divine timing I am supposed to redirect my attention to that thing. And then when I'm guided to focus my attention on that thing, I'm going to put everything into it. I'm going to trust that I'm putting out is perfect. I'm going to trust that the next steps are being given to me. I'm going to trust that what I'm channeling through is exactly what I'm supposed to channel through. Do you see what I mean? We're human. It's okay to have different interests. What matters is that when you get the nudge to do that next thing, you put everything into it and you watch the next steps come up in that way. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense.
No, it makes all the sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's pull for you though. Did I answer all the questions you had?
Yeah, I feel like I need to get in a habit more of like, it's not gonna look like everyone else's.
It's not.
Yeah, and just
It's
like
not.
trusting what I'm pulled to.
Yeah, it's not going to look like
Yeah.
everyone else's at all. And it's okay if it doesn't look perfect. That's the thing. Like a lot of the behind the scenes, like I said, all the things I've got going, it can feel, I don't know if messy is the word, but there is a lot of things happening at once. I'm just always in this immense self-trust and immense trust of the divine that what I'm being called to work on at that time is the thing. And when I'm going to be called to work on the other thing, I'll be shown and I'll be told it's time to work on that thing. So if right now you're like, I do feel like it is music, put everything into it. Put everything, trust what you are being called to create. And like I said, music is going to be healing for New Earth. It is going to be the main healing modality. So just trust it and then don't judge and be like, oh, do I have a, because I don't get that from you right now. Just talking with you, I don't get that it's that. I think you're just actually maybe being called to pay attention to the music. But I don't think it's like a, oh, am I not able to see things through? Even though what you said is true. Like a lot of times people can manifest getting sick to not do something, but that is something that can happen. Again, what would it look like to create a new paradigm where I fully trust my art? I'm excited to create, and I'm in the juicy now moment of letting myself channel the music, the art, and show up in that way. Is there a part of you that thinks that maybe you're doing something wrong with the music, or it's not gonna, because that's kind of how it feels like. That's that self-trust. Okay, so that's the work, is like really amping up the self-trust. I really trust myself to create here. I really trust that source will support me along the way. And that's the thing too. So when it comes to random unexpected events and things that can happen while you're focusing on your passions, can you trust that source will deliver the exact thing you need to help with the perceived problems? I want to pull for you. Okay. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Angels, and Source for giving Jalabi messages for her highest truth and clarity. Thank you for giving her messages for her highest good. What does she need to hear today? Okay. So there is a little bit of a message of needing to ground a little bit. And so what I would do with the music to ground it in, or let's say the music and the TikTok, because if the timeline, if the dream is to have them both running at the same time, is that the dream? To have them both running at the same time? Okay, what I like to do is, I think I've talked about this before on here, is I like to tap in with like ChatGPT to help me create like a schedule. And I'll be like, okay, chat, I would like to have a timeline where my TikTok is still going and I'm now focusing on music. These are the things most exciting for me about my music right now. These are the things I would like to create a schedule for me based on that, and go from there. Because there's a little bit of like grounding to help you out too, from not having too many million ideas, to help tame your energy a little bit. So there is that. I want to pull a little bit more. There is this message though that you really are, you have priestess energy, you have a teacher energy. I just keep hearing self-trust for you. I really want you to trust that you really are your messages really are potent, impactful, high value, transformative messages. Because I'm going to be real with you. I just feel like you could embody it a little bit more. Otherwise it wouldn't be showing up here. Because a lot of times we think we're like really embodying, like, I do know I'm a priestess or a teacher, but sometimes subconsciously we don't think that we have the thing, but you do have the thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Again, it's kind of subconscious the way this is coming in. It's deeply subconscious, and like, do I really have it? Is my music really it? Is it really? It is. It really is. And I remember your chart, your Taurus rising, Saturn, Aquarius, 10th house. So you're in a period right now. Pluto is conjunct your Saturn. So you're in a period right now of really being pushed into your power. So you've really got to be in this period of like, I do know I have the thing. I do know I have the thing in my messages. I do know my music has the thing. Maybe before we were a little ungrounded, or we weren't consistent, or we didn't complete things because we were lacking some of that self-trust in what we were creating. We didn't know if we really had it. So you're in a period right now where Pluto is really restructuring your entire 10th house around how you are seen in the world, the work you do in the world, how you strike out in the world, and how you own your power. I want to ask you, what's been triggering you lately? Because there is also something coming in about just feeling some triggers lately. What are some of the triggers that have been coming up for you lately?
I just think it's like there's like finances that I didn't plan for.
Okay.
So it's like kind of not being able to do a lot of what I was able to do.
Yeah.
And the timing for me is like a huge thing. Or like,
Explain the timing.
like age. Oh, is this another year of like not doing a thing? You know, like that kind of
you
thing.
feel like you're behind.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go to the money thing. So having unexpected bills, what I like to do when an unexpected bill comes in is a few things. One, I'm like, okay, that's kind of interesting. What in me was available for chaos? What in me didn't think that I could just be good? What in me, because it's all stemming from us somewhere needing to create some sort of up and down. But it's also part of life. It's totally normal. So that's step one. What in me was available for chaos? What in me didn't think I could just have this uphill trajectory with ease? And then it's like, okay, even when it happens, will I still feel abundant? Even when things feel unstable and chaotic, will I still feel prosperous? Because that's the true essence of you. So that's what right now is kind of helping you to develop a little bit more. Okay, so use it as an opportunity of, I'm going to feel abundant anyways. Okay, unexpected bill comes up. Thank you, God. I feel so blessed that I can handle this. That's the wealthy version of us. That's how they think. So instead of, I tell people all the time when it comes to paying your bills and this and that, be happy that you can do it. The wealthy version of you, they're not like, oh no, another bill, fuck. They're like, I'm paid. I'm good. I can pay it. What a blessing that I can pay it. So that's how you can kind of stabilize that. Okay. And when it comes to the time thing, feeling behind, okay, going back to what we talked about at the very beginning of today's session, when you feel a trigger, that's showing you where you are still buying into a matrix program. So that means that I'm buying into a program. The matrix says I'm 30 years old, X years old, and I'm not where I should be. That's a matrix program. It's completely illusionary. And also, that's young, by the way. Okay. If we do want to ground it into the matrix, that's still young. So you could be 60 years old here and tell me I want to make music. I'd be like, fuck yeah, go for it. Channel Source. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. That's where we have to be operating. So that trigger coming up is showing you, oh, I still have this belief system within me that doesn't serve me. I'm still subscribing to the matrix illusion that I'm not where I'm supposed to be. Absolutely not. And the other thing too, for again, going back to the music, I'll tell y'all, for a lot of you guys, this is for you and for other people here who are supposed to be making music. How do I say this? Where we're going with New Earth, a lot of times the collective isn't even ready for some of the magic and like high vibrational things you're supposed to be bringing in. There's a divine timing for a reason. There's a divine timing for a reason, but it's up to you to trust your timing. It's up to you to trust what you're channeling through. It's up to you, again, when the chaotic random bills happens, to still be in your, I feel solid though. Okay, so what? My favorite mantra. So what? A bill comes up. Okay, that's interesting. Do the work and be like, oh, that's kind of interesting. What in me was available for that? What in me was still looking over my shoulder and thought I can't really have it all? Okay, interesting. And then, so what? Thank you, God, I can handle this. Thank you, God, for giving me everything I need to take care of it. That's power. And again, though, you're in a period right now where all of your work is going through a massive transformation. And because you have Saturn there, there's, you know this, we talk about this all the time. There's going to be huge rewards. There's going to be huge rewards, but it does take some grounding. It does take some consistency. It does take some self-trust. I feel like that's where the crux of your work is. Okay.
Yeah.
I hope that helped, Jalabi. Did I answer your questions?
Yes. And it was also like all the Virgo things was happening in my fifth house too. So
Oh yeah.
that makes sense.
Oh
yeah.
yes.
Jupiter is there too. So yeah.
So what does that mean? Letting go of being hard on ourselves, letting go of criticizing ourselves, letting go of trying to figure it all out. And your Jupiter is there, right? So your work is not, and that's what I was kind of trying to say earlier, to pull you out of the like, am I bad with managing the things? Zoom out. Don't even give it weight. Don't even let that even go. You know, I'll come back to, I've been nudged to work on this. Okay, I'm going to work on that. And I don't have shame around how it happened before. If I wasn't working on it now, we don't care. We don't care. Let all that go, because that Jupiter Virgo can focus a little too much on the tiny details, even though some of it is good and important to remember. It is good to have awareness of, oh, okay, maybe I do need to ground a little bit more, have a little bit more consistency, and then leave it there. Okay. I hope that helps, Jalabi. Okay.
Yes.
Keep us
Thank
updated.
you.
You're welcome. Okay, everyone. I think it's 1:40. Let's see. I would like to. I think we're going to do two more people. Okay, we're going to do two more people so that we can wrap up in our meditation. I still want us to get into our energy transmission later. Okay, source. Source. Who is next? I am feeling called to speak with Simbi. Simbi.
Hey.
Hello, Simbi.
Hi.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Sorry, yes, here is already almost 4 a.m.
Wait,
so-
remind me where you are.
In Belgium.
Oh my goodness. Today is such an international day. We've been in Guatemala, we've been in Bali, and now we're in Belgium. Okay,
Yeah.
I love it. Tell me what's going on.
Well, first of all, I wanted to say thank you because since I started to come to this community, it was really actually really helped me. Like the meditation, daily meditation that you gave us. I've been doing them, and I had like exams,
Uh-huh.
and it was a rough moment, but your meditation really helped me. Like I wanted to first say thank you because
Oh, you're so welcome. That makes me happy. Good. I'm
yeah,
happy to know it helps.
yes, but yeah, obviously with all those energies, there's a lot of changements that came. Like normally, like one of the things that I've seen that's like right now we are going somewhere else, is that normally every summer I always travel like
Mhm.
somewhere new, like with family or alone.
Mhm.
But this time I didn't leave house. I really did not
Mm.
leave the room.
Mhm.
So I was like, okay, it's a bit weird. I still need to leave a bit because I need to, like resource somewhere else.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I got a lot of time for me and like to also think about myself and be more in tune with myself.
Mhm.
And yeah, so like I said, I was the one saying that what you said, it made me think of neuro knowledge. I don't know
Mm.
if you know him.
I've heard of him before. I've heard
Yeah,
his name has come up before, but I don't know him. But yeah, he's come up. His name has.
yeah, he makes like videos on YouTube, and yeah, a lot of things that you said was really resonating because I've been like taking notes about his videos and how like we are always like addicted to struggle and
Mhm.
addicted, like it's actually a belief that got us and that we have to actually like really work on to like leave it on the side. Like it's not us, it's a belief that has us.
Absolutely.
And yeah, and right now I had like, I would say like two, not problem, because obviously I'm in that, also in that period where I'm like, okay, I'm a surrender. I'm just gonna do whatever is gonna happen in front of me. Like I know the best is coming. I don't have to worry. But there is still like two parts that's like still like, oh, when I'm thinking about it, I'm a bit scared.
Uh-huh.
And of course it's about school.
Okay.
Well, it's not about like the fact that, oh yeah, I didn't pass my exams or whatever, because that part I was like, okay, now I know. And also the community, I don't know if there is people that comment too in my posts. Thank you so much, it really helped me.
Mm.
I'm also looking for like improv classes, so I have something else than just physics, math, or whatever. It could help me actually to just surrender and just not be prepared. Like sometimes I'm just not prepared and I have to deal with that.
Mm.
And but the thing is, I wanted to share actually the fact that I was not doing okay at school. Like I have
Mm.
a YouTube channel,
Uh-huh.
and I've been starting to put some videos like regularly, like almost.
Good.
I'm trying. And now I've had like after watching Megan Thee Stallion documentary, like I watched
Okay.
it last week.
I didn't know she had a documentary. I'm gonna have to watch it.
Yeah, you actually have to watch it. It's really great. It's
I
really
will. I
great.
love me some Meg.
Yeah, she's really great. And yeah, after this, I was like, actually, I also need like a little documentary where I'm actually sharing and be vulnerable, but it also scares me a bit because
Mm.
I'm gonna actually just share my life. Obviously, I don't have to tell everything, but
Uh-huh.
it's still like, oh my God, like I wanted to look perfect in front of y'all. Like I have a community. I hope they feel like
Well,
a
I'm gonna
good.
tell you the thing about being a content creator and putting your stuff out there is you've got to get more in the energy of just pushing things out. And it's like I even come back around to this time and time again as a content creator, is like you it's okay. Today I'm really struggling for my words today because I want to say everything. But you want to just get in the energy of just pushing things out. And sometimes you will have that like boom, slam dunk, perfect YouTube video piece of content. But really great content creators, you're just pushing stuff out all the time that you may have some that are a little so-so. You may have some that are a little mundane. You may have some that you as the content creator may not think is perfect. But what matters is just pushing the content out. And actually, just that process of doing that will help you to self refine and become better by just doing that, you know? And remind me, you are an Aquarius sun.
Yeah.
What's
I
your
have
moon? Do you remember?
a Virgo.
Okay, yeah. So you got to let go of that perfectionism. And let
Yeah.
me actually, I want to look at your chart because you're a Leo rising.
Yes.
So
Yes.
yes, you're a Leo rising. Oh, hold on. You're a Leo rising, you're Aquarius sun. Oh yes. And you're young. How old are you?
I'm 22.
You're a baby. Oh, you're a baby. You give me like starseed energy. So you give me like starseed energy, like, and so I know that with school you weren't performing as well.
Hmm.
But remember how we talked about before, and especially with your Virgo energy too, you don't base your self-worth off the results. Don't base your self-worth off results. And a lot of the star seeds, you really give me that energy of just like being from a different planet. And a lot of star seeds aren't that great at school. Okay? A
Okay.
lot. And I'm not saying that you can't be great at school. I'm not saying
Yeah.
that. But I'm saying a lot of times when you have this unique otherworldly energy and you come from like other planets and stuff, the current school system in place may not how do I say this, like appreciate that or be able to showcase some of your skills there.
Hmm.
And with you being a Leo rising Aquarius sun, that's powerful. And you're in a period right now of I really want you to start thinking about who you want to co-create with. Who do you want to build with? Even if that means like, okay, universe, I'm ready to have a reality where I'm co-creating with community, having my own community. I'm ready to have a reality of like having YouTube subscribers that are excited to see me, that are excited to hear my story. Um, you are as an Aquarius sun too. Aquarius sun 7th house, you are supposed to let yourself be uniquely different. Let your freak flag fly. Be unique, be different. That's what the world needs right now. And in the 7th house, you do very good with the public. The public will eat you up.
Thank
Okay. And
you.
so, yeah, I don't know if you had a question there. I got excited hearing your placements, but you're in a period right now. You are going through a lot. Fixed placements are going through huge transformation. So, Leos, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpios, because Pluto is reworking some of your core areas. But again, with you being an Aquarius sun too, it's really about owning your power, really about owning your sovereignty, really about feeling so confident in your uniqueness and what makes you different in your story, you know?
Thank you.
So yeah, let go of, I know school has been difficult and hard, but it will also be a blimp in time. I want you to, it will be like gone so fast. You're so young, you know, you're
Thank you.
so young. But go ahead. I know
Yeah.
you have more you wanted to talk about or say.
Yeah, no, actually, the fact that you're saying that it is something hard for us, like I've seen it, and I've put like some systems to help me. Like for example, one of the classes, like last 2 years ago, I already had like problems with math,
Mm,
and I had like a tutor, like a free tutor from school.
mm-hmm.
And so last time I came to ask help to him again, and he was like, "Yeah, obviously, like of course I will help you. Like I know how you need actually some more needs." So I was like, "Oh, okay." He was
Yeah,
just waiting on me. Oh,
yeah,
he was just waiting on me to actually ask for help. But
yeah.
yeah,
Let me tell you, I failed math twice. I
okay.
failed math in high school. I failed math in college. It has, I don't know, for me, I've never been math and me, we don't, it doesn't, I don't know. I've never been able to get it. And so I want you to, again, I'm repeating myself, but your self worth is not contingent upon what's happening right now
Mhm.
with school. Okay. Tell me
That,
more about the YouTube because I'm excited for you to be on YouTube. Tell me more
oh
about that.
yes. Well, actually, I'm starting to edit like the last part um of my trip, because I
Mm-hmm.
went back in my one of my countries, because I'm
Mm-hmm.
Burundian and Rwandese, and
Mm,
I went in Burundi like in the start of this year, like February, March,
mm-hmm.
and so yeah, I'm doing like the last part, and I'm also making lives every Thursdays on TikTok, where I actually
Wow.
talk with like people from my community to, like
Wow.
engage, because I wanna learn my language, because
Okay.
obviously I'm a little bit like, it's a bit hard to learn African languages. They're
Yeah.
not the easiest ones. But I'm like trying to talk with them, like actually try to improve my accents and everything by talking with them. And
Uh-huh.
also I'm making like marketing to like watch my videos, because I'm like,
So
guys,
good.
I'm actually also on YouTube. Go watch my videos. So it's
That's
really cool.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
good.
And I love to read, so I know I have also some videos planned for like just giving book reviews. And so yeah, right now I'm feeling confident. Like on the internet part, I'm not really scared. I made a
Because
second.
that's what you're supposed to do, Simbi. I really get that from you. That's what you're supposed to do.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So
But
focus on the good. I want you to focus on the good.
mhm,
Focus on how when you feel in your element and how when you are going live and connecting with people and sharing your story, how you just feel so you. You just feel powerfully you and authentically you. And it's going to
yeah.
keep growing. It's going to keep growing. Don't let
Mhm,
school, I failed math. I did. I have no shame in admitting it.
it's okay. It's actually okay. It's okay. And yeah, I wanted to also ask like a little question,
Uh-huh.
like nothing of like it's really like something else. It's more about like love life part.
Oh, uh-huh.
Yeah, because I was not expecting that, but actually, one of my ex came back, and it's not like the type of ex that you want to be like, please leave me the fuck alone. Like, why are you talking to me? That's not that type of ex. It's the type of ex I was like, oh my god, oh, we can do that again. Like, we can actually rebuild something.
You're
Oh,
so cute.
and yeah, and I don't know, like, because it ended because I cheated on him. Like,
Oh,
let
uh-huh.
me be honest. I was the problematic one, and
Uh-huh.
now I'm like, we're taking it slowly. Like, we're just talking. Like, it's not even that deep. We just had like just one date right now. It was a great date. Like, I had a really good time, but I'm also scared of hurting him again. Like, I'm
Mm.
scared of, like, because I know that I have a big energy, and that sometimes I could be like, I don't know, very not conflicted, but I don't know how to explain it. Like, I've seen it, like, because I've used Pattern. I don't know if you know the app Pattern.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I love to do, like, when I have like someone I'm talking with and everything, to check if we are astrologically like
Compatible.
compatible. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, one of the things that was that they told me there was that the fact that Mars in Sagittarius is conjuncting his Pluto is actually
Oh,
very, yeah, it could be
whoa.
something.
Well, y'all have some great sex, though.
Not gonna lie, yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, I know those placements. Um, yeah, I mean,
So
this is the
yeah.
thing. My partner and I like know this is my partner. Um, we have a lot of Pluto placements, and Pluto, it can go either way. It can go, it's really up to you. Like, it can go towards destruction and chaos. It also can be power and intimacy and healing. So, this is the thing about astrology. Astrology is a map, but you still have free will. You still have free will. So, Mars and Sag and Sun in Aquarius 7th house, you need freedom. You need freedom. You need originality. You need, if you get bored, then you may seek energy or attention somewhere else. So it's up to you. I think it's up to you to decide the intention behind your relationship with him. Like, if you really value him, if you see things happening long term with him, with your sun in the 7th house, you do thrive in partnerships. You do thrive in partnerships. You need that love and support, but you also need freedom. So I don't really do love readings, to be honest with you,
No, it's okay.
but it's, again, it's up to you to decide. Mars conjunct Pluto, it can lead to chaos and destruction and people really getting their feelings hurt, or it can be like great hot sex and power.
Yeah.
and power and healing. So it's up, try not to, well, what I would say is it's up to you. It's up to you what you want. It's up to you what you want. And maybe you need to communicate. I don't know if it's a communication thing where you explain that you do need freedom, or it's an understanding where he knows that you need freedom and fun. That doesn't mean like cheating or seeing other people, but I'm saying,
yeah, I think he knows it somehow. Like that's why we're also taking it slowly. Like we're not rushing and getting in a relationship like as fast as we did when we were younger. Because he was my first love, so we went really fast. So yeah. But okay, thank you,
you're
thank
so
you. Yeah.
welcome, Simbi. Did you have any other questions?
Oh yeah, actually you said like we should do something for like 30 days. But I wasn't
Yes.
sure exactly what it was.
So it's writing or journaling for 30 days and
Okay.
writing as if it's already happened, that you are receiving more and more abundance with ease. So it's
Okay.
just writing. It can be whatever. Thank universe for showing me that, for building more of my YouTube with ease. It's already happened. I'm so thankful to see how more of my YouTube has grown. Whatever it is for you. It's just a 30-day challenge to write how it's already happened and to just get you into the energy of ease, because that energy too can leak over into school. And that may be something good for you to start tapping into with school too, because I know it can feel like a lot and overwhelming. But okay, let me start tapping into, how would it feel though for school to work out easier than I thought? How would it feel for the universe to surprise me that I'm actually better at school than I think, or I'm actually better at math than I think? Start calling in ease around those areas. Okay. But I want to encourage you. I want you to keep up your YouTube. Because you're supposed to be on there. You're supposed to be sharing your story. You really are. Okay. All right, Simbi, keep us updated. Okay.
Yes.
All right,
Thank you.
Bye. So sweet. And yeah, Simbi, I cannot believe you joined us at 4 a.m. Oh my goodness. We've really been traveling all over today. Okay, I'm gonna tap in with one more person. Veronica. Veronica, are you with us?
I am. Hello, hello.
Hi, Veronica. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm really good. Thank
Catch
you.
me up on what's going on.
Really right now, I'm just really feeling really grateful.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I've been getting glimpses and more flashes of some like larger, grander vision of something I want to create.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like right now it's really just at that stage of like envisioning it and really feeling it out. And being on this call tonight has also felt like a big glimpse into it and like the feeling I want to capture. And so yeah, I just want to say thank you, Lo.
Yeah.
Thank
Do you want
for-
to tell us more of the vision so we give it sound, give it some life? Diamond said your hair is lovely. It really is. Your hair is beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, I really want to do like a listening / dance party, something that is curated music. And I see like multiple versions of this, like different eras of music, different versions of music, and arranging them in such a way that is just like one big message, like from the universe.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that.
Because that's how I experience it. And I'll listen to things, either songs I've been listening to forever, or I'll hear something new, and it's just like, oh, it's just like God talking to me.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
So
music is my favorite way to like move energy and manifest and receive the downloads, and it's fun too. I mean, it's something that could be really powerful, you know, when you're curating a message, but then it'll land and hit differently for different people. Like maybe, I don't know, maybe they've been there. I don't know, how am I trying to say this? Maybe they've been seeing like bluebirds everywhere, and then you play a song called Bluebird. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like how synchronicities can line up and like creating like a little portal for people to tap in. And like I was saying earlier, music is going to be healing for New Earth. Like music, anyone who's working in music, doing anything there, I want to tell everyone like keep going there, because it's all changing. Like we see how Hollywood is shifting. The old world of Hollyweird is being destroyed, and it's because it's making way for a new kind of music paradigm to enter, because New Earth is going to be about people knowing how to work with music to heal themselves. It's going to be all those things. So I love that idea. Love.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and yeah, just to create the space for those types of dot connections and synchronicities to just take place organically,
Mm-hmm.
not having to force it. But it's like, yeah, to just focus on what is, you know, and because I went to this thing, it was called an intentional listening party when I was in LA, and this time they played Exodus by Bob Marley, front to back, beginning to end.
Ooh.
And the DJ gave some like historical context, and then context in terms of Bob Marley's life, and it was after his assassination attempt and all. Anyways, just set up the story of the album, and then basically the rest of the thing was basically just shut up and listen. And I was definitely having a moment towards the end of it where, because you know, I think the last track on the album is One Love, and I was just like looking around at everyone, like right now, this is it right now. This was recorded however many decades ago, but it is happening right now, and we are all like taking part in it in this instant. It was just really beautiful. Profound.
Bob Marley was a unity consciousness prophet. Like that was his whole beginning in Jamaica, where they were, you know, during the 80s, it was like the two big gangs were like fighting each other, and that was his music. The One Love was to get people within Jamaica to stop having the conflict, like the gang wars and things they were having. And so he was a unity consciousness prophet. He was someone who really came here to bring that understanding to planet Earth, and he did his thing, and when it was his time to go, it's his time to go, you know. But yeah, did you have any like questions or anything you wanted to tap in about? I love that you're feeling this like gratitude and expansiveness. I can like feel your heart energy, but was there anything else?
Not so much a question. I think I was just recognizing that where it seems where I am right now is this again balance again between like the masculine and feminine, I was taking your advice about, going to ChatGPT, telling it to make me a schedule.
Mhm.
Did that, took it a little overboard.
How?
I had a good like 2 weeks, and then I was like, this isn't fun anymore. I don't want to do this. So I'm at the point now where I put into ChatGPT about scaling some things and removing stuff that isn't any exciting any longer.
Mhm.
And I just have yet to like really refine it and then rebuild it into like a printout like I had before.
Okay.
Okay.
But
yeah,
it
it was
sounds
just
like
an
you know
interesting-
that you're ready to lock in and
yeah,
start doing the things you need to do.
because that did feel really nice. It felt really nice for those couple of weeks, especially that first week, to just have to wake up in the day and just feel clear on where my day, like where I was going to be focusing my energy in that day. And again, I got a little overboard and wasn't really sustainable in that way. I think I got a little over ambitious about some things.
Okay.
So to just recognize that there's still a balance between the two.
Always make it, what I like to do when I create something, if it's a product, a service, or whatever, is really like sit with the energy of it. And even maybe when it's like when ChatGPT creates the timeline, the agenda, schedule, whatever, look at it and be like, is this something I can like really get behind? Like, does this feel really good for me? And kind of gauge it from there. Layla is like, are you a Pisces or a Libra, Veronica?
Oh, I have a lot of Pisces energy.
Yeah.
I'm a Pisces stellium. So
in the eighth house,
Venus, Jupiter.
Yeah. So eclipse season has been, I'm sure super activating and cleansing and recount all the things for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
That first week was so like the week leading up to the eclipse and then the first week into the portal was a doozy. There was a lot of like death, not of people that I knew, but I knew a lot of people who knew someone. So like that was just like a theme from the get-go. And then it got me to the space of like, what does anything matter? And it was kind of like apathetic at first. And then it kind of turned me around, but I was like, okay, no, but like I'm gonna die and everyone's gonna die. So what reason do I have not to do ABC?
Yeah, 1000%.
So it really kind of came around full circle. It was cool.
And this last new moon Virgo for you was an activation around money and resources. And so it's a good time. What's today? Yeah, I mean, I would still tap in. And when it comes to these ideas around the intentional like music, dance parties, or other things that you're creating, really take time to, one, amp up your self-worth around why it's so great, why it's something impactful, why it's something in service to the collective and to others, but then ground in and be like, what do I need to do? Okay, what's step 1 today? What's step 2 Wednesday? Because the eclipses were a shift around resources and finances for you. So it's going to take a little bit of the dedication of like, okay, who do I need to contact? What do I need to build? So I would recommend that. But let's just see if anything else wants to come up. Highest and best for Veronica. I love that Layla clocked your T and your Pisces stellium.
Yeah, literally.
Highest and best for Veronica. Yeah, there's just a lot on there's this message of like, you're really protected. You have a lot of protection energy working with you right now. If you feel like you're in a period of, how do I say this? You're in a period right now of like your heart being cracked open, and it's helping you to get clear on how you really want to serve and how you really want to help, and values and energies that are important for you. And let me just tune into what this energy is for you around trusting your path. Ooh, this is money. This feels collaborative, like working with other people. Yeah. I would now's a good time to, when you think about collaborating with others, and again, financial ideas, money ideas, it's a really good time to be like, okay, if I really trust that source had my back, how would I feel every day? What would I do? How would I ground in? And remember, when you make your like to-do list and things, make it something you can really get behind, that feels good, that you can trust yourself to do. But there's just a lot of protection around you, and I just feel like there's a new energy too that wants to come in around finances and things. But I really want you to trust what you feel led to do. I want you to trust what you feel called to do, and even trust like ideas around collaborating with other people as well is something that's kind of coming in. Okay, how has that felt though when it comes to collaborating with other people?
I think my only hesitation when it comes to that, because I really do appreciate the people that I have in my circle and the way my relationships feel right now. My hesitation is maybe perhaps bringing something up too soon, and then things don't kind of pan out, and then it feels like I spoke too soon.
What do you mean by that?
And like didn't follow through, because there's a sense of like embarrassment around it. That's what it is.
Why? And embarrassment around
like
tell me
saying
why.
something and not doing it, because I feel like that, because there have been instances where that's happened in the past, and
Okay.
it's just like I hope they forgot about that I even said anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if they're your people and if they're meant to work with you, then they'll show up and be with you anyways, right?
Period.
So I think though, again, this feels like a lot of trusting yourself and like, okay, am I really gonna do this? Am I really gonna lock the fuck in? Am I really gonna scale this thing? Do I really know that I'm protected? Because there is a new energy that wants to come in that really does want to bring you like, I mean, money. This looks like money, but you've got to show up at a level that matches the trust. So the version of ourselves that feels that we actually trust ourselves, how are they showing up? What are they doing? How are they consistent? How do they know they're protected? Yeah, I there's just something there for you. There's financial things that can come to fruition if you can trust yourself to do the work. It does look like collabing with some people. This is a thing too. When you trust yourself, when you trust your idea, when you know your idea is great, and when you get behind it, other people will too. If you feel kind of embarrassed or unsure, then other people will feel that too.
So just own it.
Own it. Oh, absolutely. Fucking go. Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah, we're all gonna die. Go all in. Why not enjoy the experience of like,
awesome.
But the thing, it's gonna bring you the experience and the abundance that you're ready to experience. Like, it's gonna bring you the realities that you are. I mean, the best way I can say this is that because 9 of Pentacles keeps showing up for you, there are things that want to come to fruition for you to experience. But the Strength card is popping up. But you got to be strong enough to like do the thing. You got to be strong enough to lock the fuck in. You got to be strong enough to believe in what you're creating is everything in service, what the world needs, what you need. Yeah. But I feel like there's something there about you working with other people. Just remember, when you believe in it, others will believe in it. When you don't, others won't.
Okay. No, I definitely feel, I mean, there are some things I could do solo, but I definitely feel like the things, especially how I mentioned like that listening and dance party, like that's going to be a group effort, just to have the space, the equipment, and it just let that thing even come out. Like that's going to be a team group effort.
Yeah.
But I definitely, I think still where I'm at right now is to just at least be consistent with what I can do on my own. And then as I just prove that consistency without burning out to myself, then like, why not?
Again, what if it's easier than you think it is? What would that timeline feel like? Of, I just had to send that email. I just had to do the thing and it worked out. Sit in that vibration every day. Okay, thank you, Source, for showing me it's easier than I think. What if it's more fun than I think it is? Yes, because it is. That's the whole point behind everything. We make it harder than it is. We really do. The reason why we want to host the events and do the things is because it is fun. Yeah, so it's a lot of like getting out of your own way. Okay,
I'm excited. I feel good. Thank you.
You're
and
so
thank you.
welcome.
Like, I just want to acknowledge how much space you hold for everyone. and
Thank you.
wherever we're at, and you listen. And I just think we all really just want to be heard anyways, just in general as people.
Absolutely.
And it's a real gift to be able to give that to those of us in this community. And outside of that, you're just sending ripples out.
Thank you,
Ripples.
Veronica.
You're
I
very
appreciate
welcome,
that.
Laura.
I feel blessed that the
Thank you.
community has so many badass people in it. Truly, truly,
Mhm.
truly, truly.
We
But
are-
thank you, and keep us updated, okay?
All right. Thank you. Have
All
a great
right, love.
night.
You too. Whoo! How we feeling? How we feeling? How we feeling, everybody? How are we doing? We are going to wrap up with our energy transmission. We're going to call in some ease. I've really been feeling too, this is going to be a lot on allowing ourselves to be great, allowing ourselves to transform, renewed, and receive the things with ease along the way as we do so. So let's go ahead. I'm going to get comfy. And if you would like to close your eyes, maybe roll the neck around a few times, maybe roll the spine around, roll the feet around if you want to. Just really let yourself let go, unclench, be here now. Being reminded in this moment right now that everything has lined up perfectly, everything will line up perfectly. Everything is working out for your highest good, and you are so deserving of the higher timelines. You are so deserving of allowing yourself to receive the love, the support, the opportunities, the blessings. You also deserve the timeline of allowing yourself to be great. So what does allowing yourself to be great mean? It means allowing yourself to do the work, to show up. It means allowing yourself to believe in the thing you're creating. It means allowing yourself to, yes, be disciplined. It means allowing yourself to also see that discipline, consistency does not mean burnout. Action does not mean burnout. It means co-creation. It means allowing yourself to do your part. And then it also means allowing yourself to receive the ease along the way, the flow along the way, the connection along the way. And so, will you allow yourself to be great? Will you allow yourself to be great when others don't understand, when it seems like it's not working out, when the rest of the planet appears to be suffering? Will you allow yourself to be great anyways? Will you allow yourself to receive anyways when, again, it seems like the rest of the world is suffering? Because we are in a time right now where the higher timelines are coming online. We are in a time right now where New Earth is going to start showing itself more and more and more. And be reminded that we don't create New Earth. We raise our vibration to make it real. We raise our vibration to make it seen. Higher consciousness is always available. It's always winning. Source is always blasting in our realities infinite love, abundance, support. It's about, will you allow yourself to be great and receive it? Will you allow yourself to get out of your own way, to stop being available for chaos, to stop being available to the victim stories, to the lack stories? Will you allow things to work out? Will you allow yourself to be transformed and present that to the world, not out of ego, but out of sacred visibility? Knowing that everything you have gone through up until now was for a reason. And also knowing that your soul's essence, your soul signature that exists within you right now, but also outside of this time-space dimension, is needed. And believe me when I say the true essence of you is ease. It is levity. It is joy. That's why we are continuously trying to create that in our realities, because that's who we know we are. So just taking a moment to remember who you are, feeling harmony within yourself, feeling good about yourself, trusting yourself, and just taking a moment to tap into the frequency of ease. What does ease feel like for you right now? Just breathing in ease. And again, we do this just about every live, every meditation, because it truly is a muscle we must strengthen. It truly is an energy we also need to continuously keep calling onto the planet, because the planet needs it. So many of us don't even know what ease feels like. The planet doesn't know what ease feels like. And so again, breathing in ease. Being reminded that that is the true essence of you, and more of it is coming online. And so even taking a moment to think about your projects, platforms, businesses, and how can you send it ease? This is a bit of remote healing we're doing. How can you send it the vibration of ease? Taking a few breaths here. How can you send it the vibration of power? How can you send it the vibration of joy? How can you send it the vibration of connection? And for some of you that are feeling maybe you don't have a business, platform, project, you can send it to your whole life. So again, how would it feel to send your whole life, your whole experience, more ease, more flow? And now stability. How would it feel to feel stable when the external appears to be chaotic? How does it feel to feel grounded? To know who you are, to know you are worthy, to know you are powerful. Now just letting yourself own more of that. How does it feel to just own more of that? With no shame, with excitement. And again, now how does it feel to reflect that to the rest of the world? This is what it means to let yourself be renewed. Owning where you are now, being excited for what you're becoming, letting yourself watch the movie of you play out that your higher self has designed for you, perfectly designed for you. Being reminded that your higher self is such a beautiful genius. It has created your entire path to bring you to more of you. Nothing has ever gone wrong. And so just letting yourself feel expansive love for yourself, judging nothing, having expansive compassion for your human self, having expansive compassion for your human journey. Just really letting yourself amp up that self-love right now. And even letting yourself feel how you're receiving love from source right now. How does it feel to know that in this moment right now, you're being sent exactly what you need? Blessings, opportunities, whatever it is. Will you allow it in? Just letting yourself really sit in this receiving mode. And to just balance it out, let's think about the next month. ahead? How do you see yourself taking action? Aligned action that just feels good. It may just be a few steps at a time for some of you. It may just be a few baby steps out of your comfort zone for some of you. For others of you, it's a new kind of discipline, consistency that wants to come in for you, a new form of self-trust. How do you see yourself taking action? How does it feel good? How can it feel easy? And again, what if it's easier than you think? Very good. And just taking a few breaths here to just sit in your energy of trusting yourself, of trusting what's ahead, of letting yourself be great, letting yourself do the thing, letting yourself receive the support, letting yourself be new, and showing that new you to the world. Because we are in a period where the new you needs to be seen, not out of heavy responsibility, but out of just excitement for co-creating a better future. Being reminded that Source loves you infinitely. You're always being brought exactly what you need in perfect divine timing. There is nothing you cannot do, be, or have because you are already everything. So just letting yourself bask in that, ground in that, feel the power in that. That's the true you. So on the count of 3, we're going to take 3 deep breaths and come back into the body. On 1, 2, 3. Big cleansing inhale through the nose. And a grounded exhale through the mouth. Big grounded inhale through the nose. And a big powerful exhale through the mouth. Big powerful inhale through the nose. And a big loving exhale through the mouth. All right. All right, you guys. Slowly opening the eyes if you need to. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me today. And I want to thank you guys for doing all the amazing work that you guys all do in your corners of the universe. And yeah, this was so fun. I love you guys so much. And again, I know all of you guys are doing so many beautiful things where you live. I hope you keep trusting yourself. I hope you keep feeling the support in your own world when you get off here. The glimpses of, oh, Source had my back. Oh, there's opportunity. Oh, there's how I'm being nourished. And I'm going to leave it there. Okay. This recording will be up later. You can always come back to this meditation if you need to. And I will talk with you all later. Allow yourself to be great. Okay. I love you guys. Bye.